What are you looking for in life? What are you looking for? What are you looking for? You get up every morning, you go out, you engage a day, you are busy up and down. As you are going around, you see people very busy every day. People get up, they are engaging life, they seem to be very busy, they seem to be very serious. But the question I want to ask you is, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? We live life like we're animals. Some people live like they're animals, like we're in a jungle. You just get up every day, you are moving around, going to a job, going to this place, come back in the night, you sleep, you go out, you do this, you do that. But my question I want to ask you is, it's a very reflective question. What are you looking for? What is it that you're looking for that if you see it, you will know that my life is well lived? What is it that you're looking for? What is it that you're looking for? That you go out every day, every morning, every evening. You are out for work. You are out for this. You are out for that. You go to the park, people are traveling every day. You go to the park, people are working night and day. People are working all the time. The question is, what are you looking for? The question of meaning is a very powerful question. And if you have not answered that question, you will live very busy life, but you end up very frustrated. You will end up very frustrated. I want to bring your understanding to something very powerful. In Ecclesiastes chapter 2, the wise man says, meaningless, meaningless, meaningless. I meditated on this and I got to understand something. When he says meaningless, he is not saying that life in its entirety doesn't have a meaning. He is not saying that life does not have a purpose, but he is saying that if you attach meaning to things, you'll be very, very frustrated. And that is what I have observed and I've understood that many people attach meaning to things. They attach meaning to money. They attach meaning to relationships. They attach meaning to marriage. They attach meaning to people. They attach meaning to job. They attach meaning to many things. But those things were not designed to give you meaning. They were designed for us to use for a purpose. They were not designed to give us satisfaction. The Bible says that God has created eternity in our heart. There is a space in your heart that nothing else will ever fill. There is a space in your heart that nothing else will ever fill except a life well lived, a life lived for purpose, not a life lived for money. That is why things don't give meaning. And I can explain it. Most of the things that you wanted, there are things that you used to pray for. Father, if you give me this thing, Father, if you ever give me this thing, my life is settled. If I marry, my life is settled. If I do this, I'm done. If I pass this exam, my God, this is what I'm praying for. You were praying for it every day, praying for it every day. You were like, if this particular thing, if I have it, my life is oh God, I need this particular thing. I need a job. I need to marry. I need a man in my life. I need a husband. I need a wife. I need this. By the time you marry, you now discover that your desire changes. I need a child. The thing you have been pressing for changes. You now discover that that thing does not seem to move you again. It is because things were not meant to give meaning to your life. It is a life lived, well lived, that gives you meaning. And so people get up every day chasing things, thinking that those things will give them meaning. People get up every day chasing things, chasing money, thinking that money will give them happiness, money will give them fulfillment. Fulfillment was not meant to be gotten from things. Fulfillment is feedback that you have lived a purposeful life. Fulfillment is feedback. Your purpose was not given to you. It was given to you, but not for you. What you receive from fulfilling your purpose is not even money. It is what is called fulfillment. And you can live a very wasted life keep chasing one thing to the next, chasing one thing to the next. I ask you again, every time you get up from your bed, you go out to look for money, to look for jobs, to go to your job site, to go to work, to go to wherever you go to. The question is, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? That if you see it, you know that I have seen it. What are you looking for? Don't live life like an animal. Don't live life as if you are in a jungle. Don't live life with this mindset of survival of the fittest. Those things don't give you true meaning and satisfaction. And that is why people spend their entire life chasing things they should not chase. And at the end of their life, their senses come back. They have the wisdom, but they don't have the energy to implement the things their wisdom have offered them. So there are two things if you have in life, you become you'll be dangerous as far as your generation is concerned. You will be a wonder. It is wisdom and time. Wisdom and time. And it's difficult to have both. It is difficult to have both. The elderly, they have wisdom. The young people, they have time. Most of the times, the young people don't pay attention to the time that they have because they think that they will be young forever. And most of the times, the old people have the wisdom, but they don't have the time to implement the things that they should implement because they wasted their youthful years. They wasted their youthful age chasing the things that they should not chase, chasing money, thinking that life was designed just for money. Money is very important, but you were not kept here for money. You were not kept here for money. In fact, when you walk in your purpose, when you walk in that divine mandate and assignment, everything you need will be gravitated towards you. If it is money, resources, everything you need will be gravitated towards you. And so those things were not meant to be chased. What was meant to be chased was your agenda. The agenda of God was your assignment. That was what was meant to be chased. But people have left their assignment chasing money, chasing this, chasing relationship, chasing marriage. And so when those things meet them, it doesn't give them satisfaction because those things in themselves doesn't give fulfillment. Fulfillment was meant to be gotten from assignment or a life well lived, not from accomplishment, not from gathering things. Things don't give you meaning and satisfaction. Things don't give you meaning. And so you must live your life with a consciousness that if you're a young person, you're a young leader, you are somebody who desires to make impact in your generation, you must pay attention to the things you should pay attention to. You must shun distractions and know that the time you are wasting now is the time you will need tomorrow. You must know that the time you are not paying attention to, one day you have wisdom on how to use that time better, but you will not have the energy, you will not have the strength. The Bible says that the glory of a young man is their strength. The glory of a young person is the strength that they have. But for an old person, it is wisdom. It is wisdom. It is wisdom. It is wisdom. And so the question is, what are you doing with your time? What are you doing? What are you doing with your time? What are you seeking for? What when you go out every day, what are you searching for? What are you searching for? And I admonish you, go look for purpose. Go look for purpose because that is where you find meaning. That is where you find true meaning. So you must live purposefully and intentionally. Be purposefully on purpose.